Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is May the 8th, 2018. Strong hand. Long-term thinking. Value your wealth in Bitcoin. Avoid those buzzwords, people. One Bitcoin equals one Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not for victims. All right, everybody, check out the link section below. Check out the archives. Last few shows have been great. Check them out. Get your Trezor, Ledger, everything below. T-shirts. I'll talk more about the T-shirts in 1 second, actually. So why do you do this channel, Adam? What people ask me that. Well, to constantly learn and to stay up to date with Bitcoin. I love this space. This is how this really ramped up my interest in this space to begin with, just doing this show. And it's just built upon itself, the show, and it's built up a brand. It's built up my interest. So I got to keep going. I got to keep doing it because all the research that I put into the show, I keep learning, and I love to learn. And I love to get more and more into Bitcoin. And I want to inform other 20%ers about Bitcoin and that they're not alone. But it's okay to feel like you're alone, though. It's okay to be different and to not fit in. And again, I think a lot of you with the Beyond the Bitcoin show see how I want to expand this beyond Bitcoin, because Bitcoin isn't just about money. It's a way of life. And I'll be getting into that into future shows. But I want to expand and be part of what I call the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite. I came up with that term today, actually. The intellectual Bitcoin Elite. And you don't have to be a content creator to be part of that. You could just be a sound thinker, a non-impulsive type of person who is into Bitcoin, who is a long-term thinker. In the content creator space, I can tell who is part of the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite. It's who I associate with. You've seen them on my show before. And again, there have been people who aren't part of the elite on my show before. I let other people on and everything. But there's a certain consistency. These people are not impulsive. They aren't into flipping. They aren't into the flavor of the month. They all stand for something. If you're part of the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite, you stand for something. And you're not here to fit into the 80% mainstream society. And we all understand that personal responsibility is the new counterculture. That's one of the basics behind being part of the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite. That, personal responsibility. That's what Bitcoin is all about. Anyway, I'm gonna be here expanding upon this Intellectual Bitcoin Elite concept and other concepts in future videos. I just thought I would start to talk about it now because I actually came up with the term earlier today when I was walking around beautiful Portland. And yeah, if you're a 20%er, if you've got that mindset, yeah, you're most likely part of the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite. But many 20%ers don't even know that Bitcoin exists. So, that's part of the reason I'm out here. That's part of the reason a lot of us are spreading the world, to wake people up and to give them the option. No one's forcing 20%ers to be on this side, okay? No one's forcing them. It's an option. You don't have to get into Bitcoin. This is not like taxation, which you're forced to be a part of. That's why I love Bitcoin. There's no one forcing you to be part of Bitcoin. It is optional. You opt in. And that's why I'd rather say you opt into Bitcoin instead of opting out of the financial system. I think the opt-in is a more, a positive term. And anyway, you can say you opt out of it. Pound that like button, people. Gold and hold. Check out those links below. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. I am Bitcoin Meister on Steemit. We'll talk about Steemit in a second. Oh, yeah, I'll be in Alberta. Most likely, there's going to be a big Meister presence in Alberta in July. We've talked about this a few times already. I'm waiting on one more thing to make the official announcement. I'm sure some of you who go to other channels might know about what's going on in Alberta, but it's more than just one city in Alberta, 3 cities in Alberta. The Meister part we'll have to deal with, pertain to, perhaps. All right, well, we'll see. I don't want to, again, let's wait until everything is official. Okay. Yesterday, here's something I left off yesterday. Circle announced that they are supporting Monero now. Yeah, you can get Monero on Circle. We currently support buying and selling Bitcoin, Bcash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Zcash, and Monero. So here we go again. I bring this up because we're slowly but surely, and I predict that there's going to be a top tier of altcoins. And how often you attach yourself to in a significant manner to Bitcoin and in a prominent manner will help put you into that top tier class. Again, sometimes it's just being, well, you got to be on certain exchanges, obviously. Sometimes it's being part of a major press release that involves Bitcoin. And, you know, there's some try to take a shortcut and use the Bitcoin name in the name of their altcoin, but that doesn't guarantee anything. That rarely works. It only worked with perhaps with BGold and Bcash. Again, getting on the Trezor, getting on the Ledger Nano, just ways of being like Bitcoin, associating yourself with Bitcoin in major newsworthy, significant ways. So we're going to see this top tier clearly forming. And again, these names that I just mentioned, that Circle just popped out there, they're some of the same ones that are on Trezor. That are some ones that are on Ledger. They're the ones that are in the press releases all the time that deal with major players out there. And again, I've stated which ones are in my top tier of altcoins, and I'm not saying to buy them. And again, I'm just saying there's so many altcoins out there that eventually there are going to be ones that are clearly in the top. Everyone will think this one's in the top tier. Just like everyone knows that Ethereum and Litecoin are in the top tier now. I mean, that's pretty basic stuff right now. Which other ones will join them? Well, I mean, you keep hearing the same. Monero, Zcash, Bcash, again, Ethereum. I mean, then it's up for debate. It's up for debate after. But again, some of these keep on getting attached to major press releases. Maybe they get on Coinbase. These are all, again, there are kingmakers out there. And some of these coins know how to attach themselves to kingmakers better than others. Those are the ones that will be the top tiers. Okay, so here is a sign of a leader, I guess. Ansel Lindner has this tweet out there. It's so obvious that the functioning of the Bcash network is nearly meaningless to the price. If this happened to Bitcoin, it'd crash the price. Okay, he's talking about a technical problem that was with Bcash, a fundamental technical problem that has to be corrected, that they're correcting. And it didn't affect the price very much of Bcash. There wasn't like a major crash. Now, sometimes when these coins get bad news, there is a crash, sometimes, but not all the time. But if something even remotely like this happened to Bitcoin, when there was a question about a technical fundamental, when there was even a hint, whenever there's even a hint of a question, when it's just pure FUD, it hurts the Bitcoin price. And this is just something we're going to have to get used to because Bitcoin is the leader. It takes the brunt of everything, okay? When cryptocurrency is down as a whole, the articles don't say cryptocurrency is down. It says Bitcoin is down. Now, when everything is flying, then they mention all the individual altcoins, and then they mention Bitcoin. But it's not just Bitcoin is flying. It's some of the top tier ones, some, who knows, second tier ones. But again, Ansel's point is like, well, what the heck's going? Bcash had a pretty bad thing there, it didn't go down. But if this happened to Bitcoin, it would go down. Yeah, because the people who understand Bitcoin should be proud of that because Bitcoin's got to be perfect. Bitcoin's got to be perfect, or this whole party is over, dude. So it is held to the highest of standards. So when there's even a little bit of FUD out there, people panic over the price and this, that, and the other. It's just, it is the leader. That is the sign of a true leader. I see over in the super chat, B Ruck since $1.99. Thanks for the constant videos. Helps make stronger hands. Dude, I'm glad I can strengthen people's hands out there and get them into the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite, baby. You want to be part of the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite. Use your head, people. Use your head. Think long term. Make content that isn't just appealing to 80%ers, with the fast, quick, reactionary answers that aren't going to solve any problems. We're here. We might, again, the people in the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite, we don't always agree on everything, but we can have smart debates. We agree on some basic intellectual principles, some guiding forces that make sense, that aren't built on nonsense and aren't built on short-term quick gains. They're built on long-term, this is a savings account, this is going to be here for 100 years type of thing. All right. Because we understand that Bitcoin is the leader. Bitcoin is the rock. All right. Now, there is one thing I forgot here, and I don't know, how did I skip this? I want to make sure I say something. There we go. How did I skip that? Cryptoidshop.com. I am wearing their hoodie. I've said it many times. I love it. This is like my favorite piece of Bitcoin wear that I have. And if you go to cryptoidshop.com, you type in Meister, capitalized, M-E-I-S-T-E-R, you get a 10% discount. So you can get this thing that I'm wearing, this hoodie, for a 10% discount. If you're in Baltimore, you can put on this hoodie and go wear it out in the hood if you want to see what everybody has to say. I'm sure you'll get a good reaction. Tell everybody in the hood about your hoodie and get them, if there's some 20%ers out there that need, some of these guys have gotten into, they think they got a quick fix with, selling the drugs and everything. But some of them are 20%ers deep down. They are smart dudes. They're good with money, good with selling drugs, good with making a profit, but they're in the wrong. They're into some nasty things. But if they knew about this, maybe it would change their ways. And again, spreading the word about Bitcoin, it's not about converting 80%ers. They're not going to be able to convert 80%ers. They're going to get in for the wrong reasons. You want to inform 20%ers that there is an option out there. And some 20%ers, believe it or not, are on some bad roads, or on some roads to ruin right now for whatever reason. They grew up without dads or whatever. But who knows? All right. That was a bit of a tangent there, wasn't it? So Steam It. Oh, the great Steam. Juan Galt contacts me right before I'm about to go on air. Juan Galt is awesome, by the way. He's been on the show before. He's got a Steam It account. He's in motion, obviously trying to make more Bitcoin. And by the way, part of the reason I do this show is to make more Bitcoin, of course. Hey, man, nothing wrong with that. I encourage everyone to make more Bitcoin. If you're in motion, you're going to make more Bitcoin. You're going to earn more Bitcoin. You're going to build a brand. You're going to be able to earn Bitcoin. And hey, man, nothing wrong with that at all. And Juan is about earning that Bitcoin too. Well, anyway, he's got this new post on Steam It, Bitcoin Metaphysics, Genesis. All right. And here's a quote. It's a good read. You either control the secret keys in your Bitcoin to your Bitcoins, or you don't really own any. You either send the Bitcoins or you hold them. No chargebacks, no password resets. Gotta love that, man. It's personal responsibility. He's saying it in a different way, but it all boils down to personal responsibility there. Okay, speaking about the opposite of personal responsibility, let's talk about the Venezuelan government. Because when in socialism there is no personal responsibility, or in communism. So I've got a guy who contacted me. He visited Venezuela, and he said, I went to Venezuela 2 weeks ago. And I'm telling you, this is real. Okay. He mentioned, so I can't say that. The fact of the matter is, because he mentioned someone's name, I don't want to mention. The fact of the matter is that the Venezuelan government is just a bunch of criminals and kingpins that only care for their own interest. I visited one very large mining operation that belongs to heavyweight politicians. They are mining for personal profit, and they pretend to use the petro to legitimize somehow the money, which seems to me like a dumb idea, exchanging Bitcoin to petro to dollars. Okay, well, this is not surprising that these government officials, who are promoting some new cryptocurrency are the ones with the big Bitcoin mining operations. And they're probably somehow trying to launder it, either pretend laundering it through petros, saying, hey, we're changing it into petros, then we're changing it into dollars, or they are actually doing it. Who knows? I don't know if the petro we still don't know if the petro even exists yet. The point is that the situation is not good in that country. But again, if their corrupt leadership knows that Bitcoin is the one and they're mining it, well, if more and more of the people actually get their hands on Bitcoin and more people wake up, more 20%, because not everybody's a 20%er there, surely. There's probably plenty of people who think communism is the answer, whatever. But if the 20%ers are all informed that they have this Bitcoin option out there and they all jump on it, and I know it's risky, it is risky, but it could turn things around at all. It could turn things around. More and more of them could get Bitcoin. That could be their ticket out of Venezuela, or it could be a ticket to help induce political change. Because the more and more of these leaders who don't know about Bitcoin now, who find out about it, it might be like, you know what, we can't keep this going at all. It's more beneficial for us to get rid of this communism thing and just let everybody just mine Bitcoin, and we don't have to be corrupt about our Bitcoin riches. We can, well, who knows? Some people just love corruption. So I thank you for that update. Again, we're here to give you on the ground type of updates from countries like Venezuela, instead of relying on, press releases from the various governments around the world who say, all is well, we're having mining for children. Clearly this mining is not for the children. It's for the government officials who are secretly doing it. All right. So MoneroV, they sent me their mainnet is live. This is and their tweet is linked to below. The hash rate now is about 38 M per HS, which is almost 10% of Monero. 8 pools are supporting and enabling MoneroV mining already. More details to follow, updates to follow. Okay, check them out if you're interested in that. I know there are a lot of Monero holders out there that are curious about getting this free Monero crypto dividend, which of course I have not gotten yet, because I don't feel there's a safe way to get it yet. I will tell you when I feel like there is a safe way to get it. And yes, I do have Monero because it has been given to me over time. People have donated it. And feel free to check out my links below. I do accept altcoins as donations. Again, I don't go out and buy altcoins. I earn Bitcoin, and I tell people not to use their fiat. If they've got fiat, they've got some extra fiat, use it on Bitcoin. Use Bitcoin as your savings account, not Litecoin. People are still, I know they're new people to the channel. That's why you guys should check out the archives. I mean, I'm very consistent about this, that, the Bitcoin is the one. I mean, my name is the Bitcoin Meister, not the Ethereum Meister or anything like that. All right. And again, I'm not saying the other altcoins won't survive, that there's not a top tier of them. But if you want, for the long term, Bitcoin is going to win. And you value your wealth in Bitcoin. Okay. You don't say, oh, Litecoin's worth 300 now, it was worth 200 beforehand. You say Litecoin is worth 0.015 now. It used to be worth 2%. It's gone down in terms of Bitcoin. Okay. Okay. So someone told me again, and I wrote this down. Yeah, I said it's not about converting the masses. That will never happen. It's about informing the 20% that they have the option. And again, how many times do I have to say that? I said that without reading what I just said. Anyway, disruptmeister.com, guys. You can see all my old videos there. I rarely mention that, but that's got everything I've ever been on. Well, not every. It's funny. My first video from 2013 is not on there, but I mean, you can check out my archives other ways to see my long ago videos from 2013 also. There are ones that are on here that have to do with Baltimore. But again, Disrupt Meister is just the Bitcoin ones, but it did leave out that one from 2013. And if I put that one on there now, it'll be on top instead of on the bottom. And if you want to see that one and you can't find it, tell me. I'll link to it in the next video. It's me in an orange room talking about Bitcoin. I might actually talk about Litecoin in it too. That's how I was newer back then. I was newer back then in 2013. All right, pound that like button if you appreciate some dude being around since 2013 in this space. I know most of you are used to like, oh, I thought 2017 was a long time. The people that are telling me to trade for Verge, they've been around since 2017. Yeah, that's why they're telling you to do that, because they've only been around since 2017. They're not here for the long haul. They're not part of the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite, okay? That's how you tell the difference. All right. Where do we go here? Okay, last thing. Speaking about not so intellectual individuals. Someone sent me this. And this probably, the guy who sent me this is a smart guy probably. Last night on Stephen Colbert, the founder of Reddit was promoting Bitcoin as a great currency across many countries. You should check it out. Millions of people were watching. Okay, I'm not going to check it out because I don't watch those late night shows. Oh my God. That's where the 80% learn about politics. That's how they learn, who's good and who's bad, how to fit into popular culture. Now, again, some people are just, they work 9 to 5 jobs or 9 to 7 jobs. This is the only time they can spend with their wife. They happen to watch this. I don't know why this dude was watching this. Again, I'm not encouraged. But the thing is that there are 20%ers out there who were watching that and had maybe never heard of Bitcoin before. So again, I don't like Stephen Colbert. I don't like people watching late night comedians to become educated on anything. But if he had a guy on that mentioned Bitcoin in a positive way, then some 20%ers are going to hear about it for the first time. And they're going to learn that, hey, I can opt into this thing. And I hope they do. And I hope that 20%ers did find out. So I consider that a positive, even though overall, Stephen Colbert and late night shows or those type of comedians, they're not very positive. It's a mind-numbing, horrible experience most of the time. But hey, everyone's got a jewel every once in a while. I encourage all of you to, if you need to watch something on YouTube, be it a Bitcoin-related video from one of the Intellectual Bitcoin Elite, or, watch some educational thing about space or philosophy or who knows. Something that's different, something that, triggers your mind and inspires. It's always good. I talk about having a healthy body. You got to exercise, you got to eat well, you got to exercise your mind also. Okay, pound that like button. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video, check out the notes section below. And yeah, seriously, check out those archives. We got some good shows in the past. I'll say hi to you in the chat. Bye.